If it's in Hampton Roads, it's on the Hampton Roads Show.
All right, good morning. It is Wednesday of Halloween week here on the Hampton Roads Show. We want to thank once again our friends from Busch Gardens Hollow Scream for making our studio look so spooktacular.
Everyone in our how about that? Everyone in our audience, live audience, gets a special Halloween favor from Busch Gardens Hollow Scream.
Plus, we're giving away loads and loads of prizes this week. It's almost like trick-or-treating on the Hampton Roads Show, and I wore my orange.
Wow.
I'm not going to say you look like a jack-o'-lantern. I won't say that.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Cool.
That's good. That's probably best.
Won't say that.
All right.
Hey, but we're talking Halloween, and how about this? It's on a Monday, right?
Yes.
Is it hard for you to get up for Halloween on a Monday? You have a great Saturday and Sunday, and all of a sudden there's the great day on Monday for all the kids to have fun?
It's hard to get up on Tuesday
Yeah.
after.
Yeah,
You have to
Tuesday.
be out at night
If it's
on
in the middle of the
Monday.
week, well, check this out. A Connecticut Democrat by the name of Tim Larson, a state rep, wants to move Halloween to the last Saturday in October.
Do it!
Woohoo!
That's not a bad idea. So we can plan for it on a Saturday. He says that it'll give you so much more time to plan, have parties, make it safer for the children, have more fun, and you don't get burned out the next day.
They can get over their sugar shock before you send them back to their teachers for school the next day. I think that's a great idea.
It's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea. I could see it, but then I can also see that there's those diehard Halloween fanatics that are like, no, Halloween has to be on the 31st, whether it's on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
Old school.
Yeah, they're just going to stick to it.
I'm sure there's some significance to that date, but I mean, in modern times, it's a really tough thing on a
kids,
weeknight.
Because what time, you got to wait till it gets dark to go trick-or-treating. It'd be weird to kind of go early in the day or in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So you want the full effect. So if you go on a Saturday.
On a Saturday, you can start early. You can go to the mall and get all that candy there, and then you can do your neighborhood. Kids could really load up big time.
Well, but if you've got little ones that normally have like a 7:30, 8 o'clock bedtime, it's not such a big deal to let them stay up a little later on a Saturday so that, if there are train wreck, it's on Sunday and not when they, go back to school. And I mean, it's probably not fair to talk to us because we have such an early wake up anyway, but I mean, my wake up 3:30, so that on Tuesday morning, that's really tough.
A lot of adults, they have the Halloween parties on the Saturday, either before or after.
Right,
I mean,
people
so
do
there
it,
is already Saturday's already designated for Halloween parties. Why not make it the whole time?
I agree.
What do you think?
I don't know.
Let
Let us know.
That's a pretty good topic.
Does that scare you that Halloween might move to
Not
a
at all.
Saturday, to the last Saturday in October? Well,
love
of
it.
course, continuing with Halloween week, we just want to know, what are you scared of? What scares you out there? Are you afraid of anything? Like we were talking, some people are afraid of roller coasters. Some people might be afraid of insects or spiders or snakes. Other people might be afraid of people. I don't know. Just what are you? Or aliens.
Aliens.
What are you scared? Are you scared of anything, Chris?
Credit card bills scare me. Morning traffic commutes scare
Scares
me.
you?
Sometimes morning production meetings scare me.
Like
You
is there
guys
anything
kinda scare me
like you're not
sometimes.
scared of any snakes or well no, because we talked about you like reptiles and stuff
sometimes I
like that.
get scared in the dark when it's dark out and you don't know if you hear a noise and you're not sure if something's
By
going to jump
yourself.
at you. And I got to admit, when I do go to haunted houses, I don't I get a little spooked. But who doesn't, right?
Yeah.
So
See,
some things scare me.
I wouldn't go to like a really scary haunted house or the roller coasters because I do get afraid,
scared?
and I'm
You're
afraid
scared
of
of
possums.
A possum.
Yeah, yeah, they are creepy. They're really creepy.
Yeah, kittens scare me too.
Kitten
All right.
no,
I'm just
kidding. No, I mean
They're scary.
I'm a scaredy cat. I mean, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse, but I'm scared of aliens. I don't like to do haunted houses or scary movies.
Aliens.
I don't like to be scared. I don't like to be scared. Like if somebody's rah.
Yeah.
Jeremy's done that a couple times.
I'm afraid of heights.
My brothers have done that a couple times.
I'm afraid of heights.
Not afraid of heights.
You can laugh at
not
me for
fun.
being afraid of a possum, but at least they're real. You ever seen an alien driving to work?
Maybe.
Possums look like aliens
Maybe.
They
sometimes.
do, and they stay in the middle of the road.
They have that
Their
pointy
teeth.
nose,
And they do that.
those little
They're like-
eyes.
They do. I like them.
Student
All right,
loans
let us
also
know
scare
what
me.
you're afraid of out there. It doesn't mean I'd ever harm a possum. I just don't like them.
You're going to get a picture posted on your page.
Some folks, you know, one of the biggest laughs that we've had in recent weeks was when Tracy Page, T. Page, went to Busch Gardens to do his try to learn how to be scary, and like the funniest line out of that story was when he said his idea of being afraid is the student loan people.
Yeah.
I agree.
The president's going to be talking about that today. He wants to make some changes to student loans. He wants to reduce the interest rate to 10% of somebody's, I forget what the word was they used, but it was their discretionary income. Thank you very much, Andy Lewis. So after college kids pay their bills and everything, whatever income they have left over, 10% of that could be charged to their student loans. And also for those who are eligible to have their debt forgiven after 25 years, he wants to push that back to 20 years. So we want to know what's your student loan situation out there. I don't have any anymore. I didn't have much because I joined the Navy halfway through, and I had gone to a state school, so it wasn't that much, and I was able to defer my payment while I was on active duty. So it wasn't too bad, but I know folks have a lot of
I have a
student
feeling
loan
this
debt.
will help out a lot of parents as well, because the burden sometimes falls on the parents because they're always helping out their students. So I think it's a good idea. Anytime you help students coming out of college who aren't making much money.
Just for those federal loans.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. So any help they can get, that's good.
Yes, I had to get student loans. I have two, one from Alaska and one from South Carolina, which is where I went to college.
Yeah.
My first year of school, I actually got a scholarship, so I didn't have, I competed in the Miss Alaska pageant. So
Right on.
I earned my first year of college through a scholarship, but after that I had to borrow money for tuition.
Yeah.
And tuition was going up every year. Tuition kept going up, and that was the thing that I think that hurt a lot of students, is you would borrow a certain amount you would think you would have, and then the next year they're like, oh, it's $2,000 more, and you're like, oh. But I've just accepted that I'm going to be paying all my student loans probably until I die.
Forever.
I've just accepted that. I try to pay what I can, but it is so hard because you're not hitting the bulk of what your balance is. I'm hitting the interest
the principal.
barely, and so it's just it's a story. I mean, a lot of my friends. I mean, it's
And it
You
used
will
to
always
be
be
okay.
paying forever on something.
yep.
It used to be okay because that degree used to guarantee a good paying
job,
job,
you
and
could pay it off.
that's not the case anymore.
What was
Unless
your-
I win the lottery.
What was your talent portion?
I danced.
Oh, sweet.
Did you wear a swimsuit?
Yes, Carrie.
Was
Wore
there
a
swimming?
swimsuit.
Swimsuit
there
and
swimming?
Alaska.
There's swimming involved.
Okay. I'm just curious.
All right, let us know your thoughts. You can join the conversation on our Facebook page or follow us on Twitter at @HR_show. And we're going to share these thoughts with you in just a few minutes in the Buzz Center. Until then, we're going to bring in the lovely and beautiful Sergey Galindo.
Sergey Galindo.
Sergey is here, looking pretty in purple.
Thank you. And I was going to say no swimsuits here or anything like that. Competitions.
Well, we
Right.
joke, Ari and I joke about the whole pageant thing, and I was saying that I don't think they should not have the swimsuit competition. I think they should just add swimming.
Yeah.
I mean,
there
if
you
you're
go.
going to put a swimsuit on,
Backstroke.
just, you know,
There you go.
Backstroke.
no
Make it,
swimming.
let there be a
Point.
yes.
Yeah.
We all know what the point is.
Yeah,
All right,
we,
let's
do,
go.
we definitely know. It's to see how fit they are. That's what it is.
Hey, are you in
All right.
favor of moving Halloween to Saturday?
You know, I heard you guys talking about that, and I would say for me, no, because I usually work on weekends. So I'm excited
there
that, you
you
know,
go.
it's on a Monday and
Yeah.
I can actually, you
Yeah.
know, take my daughter out and not have to worry about working that day. But, you know, I know that I'm kind of part of the minority in that. So
Against the grain.
yeah, definitely against the grain, but it's all good. All right, and the weather's all good for today, so some good news there. We are looking at another warm one in store. Temperatures are going to climb to the mid-70s, but we got to get there first. 50s right now, Newport News, Norfolk 55, 53 degrees, Virginia Beach, and temperatures still hanging on to the 40s in Chesapeake, so still feeling the chill this morning there, but 55 Hampton, Suffolk at 50 degrees, and we've already got a lot of sunshine. For some reason, I forgot to put the 7-day before the question, but we'll roll
It's all
to
right.
the
We can look at it
question,
later.
right? Yeah, and
Today's going to be good.
it's going to be good and nice tomorrow too. 2 stars. I know Reckling knows this one. So 2
Bam.
stars in MLB. They share the same name. Both are from HR, and it's very simple if you're Chris Reckling.
We could twist
Who knows
that around a
this
little
one?
bit, make it a little
Oh,
harder.
and Carrie Fieri knows this one too.
Ariane may know this one, too.
Ariane, did you know this one? I'm the queen of easy.
I was running all around the set just a second. I missed the clues.
Yeah, okay.
Still stuck on Saturday Halloween.
You're all about
Still
that.
stuck
huh?
on my student loans.
I'm stuck on that too.
Yeah.
2 degrees, still paying on it. So.
Girl.
Wow.
Wow, 2 degrees, good for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, well, you know, good but bad when you're paying for the
Expensive.
Yeah.
All right, one winner is going to receive a hardcover copy of John Grisham's thrilling new novel, The Litigators, which is in bookstores right now. Make sure that you log onto thehamptonroadshow.com to enter for a chance to win the grand prize, which is John Grisham's entire library.
Whoa.
That's 25 novels From his very first, A Time to Kill, to his latest, of course, The Litigators, all on hardcover. But guess what, folks? That is not all. Another lucky winner will also receive 4-pack of passes to Busch Gardens. Street. It's the last weekend to check it out before it closes for the season on Sunday night.
I have a feeling that would scare me. Hollow Scream would scare me.
Tracy
my 4-year-old is very scared.
He was shaking in his boots. Yes, I said it.
But a lot of fun.
He got upset.
All right, still ahead on the Hampton Road Show. Trick-or-treating is the best part of Halloween. On today's What's Your Problem? Cheryl Tan joins us with some quick and easy ways to make sure your little Power Rangers and princesses stay safe.
And Mom raised you to write those handwritten thank you notes right. Well, now you can send one to the troops. We'll show you how in today's postcard from Hampton Roads. And executive producer Stephanie Cook is in the kitchen with us today, cooking up a frightful feast that is easy and fun. Stick around. That's my witch laugh. All right, in the kitchen with our executive producer. We talk about her all the time. This is Stephanie Cook. She's going to show us how to put together a quick and easy, frightful feast because it's Halloween. So what are we doing?
Yeah,
Cook?
okay, we're going to talk about some things. There's not a lot of recipes to this. It's basically stuff you already know how to make, but it is a twist on them. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is, and I'm not going to get them all done right. Lost an egg.
It's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right.
I'm going to talk about is deviled eyeballs. Okay, so that's what I'm making. You boil. It's just like your regular deviled egg recipe. The only difference is when they're done cooking, you do that first 20-minute boil of the hard-boiled egg to get them hard-boiled. Once you do that, you take them out. You crack them a little bit. Just crack the edges of them.
Okay.
Then put them in cold water, if you can get a shot of this, with red food coloring.
Huh. Okay.
And what happens is, you can get a shot of this because I haven't left it in there very long, but you can get a shot of this. It creates blood vessels in the eye.
Oh, because it's cracked, and that's where the red.
So the red goes in the crack. I'm working on it. We'll see you later. So once you get that done, you are going to just assemble the deviled egg like you would, then put it back in here. You're going to add a little green food coloring to the inside of the deviling, and it's going to look like an eyeball. So we'll show you that in just a little bit.
What are these called? Blood?
These are deviled eyeballs.
Deviled eyeballs.
Deviled eyeballs, and they're fantastic on your spread.
I
We do this all the
deviled
time at my house. Halloween is big at my house for cooking.
I was going to say, how fun are you, Mom?
I know.
Halloween, Mom.
I love doing this. Another thing I want to tell you about, I'm not going to make it, but I just want to tell you, this is a great trick-or-treat night dinner for you. We're going to show you like something that'll go with it later. But this is what we make at our house. The kids help with this. Is goulash. This is something you can just grab. If you have your own spaghetti sauce, you can use that, but it's also very quick to just grab a jar. Nobody's going to pick on you. But you just make the pasta like you normally would. Boil the pasta, heat the sauce, and then combine it in one pot with giant chunks of cheese, just giant chunks. And take some meatballs. You can have them already made.
Okay.
And stick some dried, not cooked spaghetti noodles in for whiskers. And they're mice sitting in the goo. It's fantastic. Kids love it. They absolutely love it. Now what you're going to make, well, let me talk about the spiders real quick because that's the easiest thing.
This.
So these are just spider cupcakes. They're fun to set around on the table. This is a regular Hostess cupcake. You know what that is. Hostess didn't pay me for that. You should. But if you leave that, it looks like the eyes on the front, and then you just add pieces of licorice. So if you want to take those, I just cut the licorice and just stick them in the side to make them legs. And set them on little plates all over your table. Fun little centerpiece, and they can eat them. Not a licorice fan, but it is fun to do. And kids, all of these things are things kids can help with.
Yeah.
They're really fun.
I would have never thought about this.
So you get little spider cupcakes.
Spider lost a leg.
Just set it down, leave it on the plate.
There we go.
Well, I mean, it's
8 legs.
Well, it needs help, but we're going to work on it.
That's all right.
And these are funny bones. This is the other thing I want to tell you about. So what you do is you take pretzel sticks. Okay. You take some mini marshmallows and candy melts. You can get different versions of these at any store. Party City has them, or Garden Ridge or Michael's. Any of the craft stores have them. Okay. Then you take a pretzel stick, pierce the ends with marshmallows, and drop them in. Just toss a little bit on top of it. Okay. And then you're going to pick them up with a fork. No, cover it.
Cover it all the way. Okay. All right, guys.
Push it down with the fork.
Oh,
there you go.
All right.
All right, and then scoop underneath and pick it up. And what it makes is And then you put them in the refrigerator, set up or whatever. They're funny bones.
Oh, they look like bones.
They look like bones.
Oh, this is so cool.
They're so cute. Funny bones.
Look at that.
And those are great to set on the table too, just for little snacks. Isn't that fun?
How
and that
fun
is the
is
easiest
this?
thing ever.
And it's fun. Do
Yep.
this with the kids. I know your kids love to do this.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
These are all fun things that you can do real easy. Kids love to do them. Funny bones. So we've done funny bones, deviled eyeballs. In the next segment, we're going to do some mummy bones.
Mummy
Mummy dogs and bones and blood to go with your goulash. And we're going to do some swamp juice and vampire fangs.
Where did you come up with all this stuff?
You know what? It's a collection of things. For over the years, because I've been married 25 years, I have a 15-year-old. So over the years, you find things in magazines. Martha's done some things. I just take them and just adjust them. I can't even tell you where I got any of them because I've been doing them so long. Family Fun magazine. I've gotten them from all kinds of different places.
And if you're having a party, why not have the whole spread of all your
right?
fun
You can have
foods out?
food, everything. Just lay it out on the table. We'll show you some more stuff.
I
later.
love it. You know, I broke my wrist when I was little, so.
Oh!
Just broke my
Gets
wrist.
back to you?
All right, let's send it over to Chris. Thanks, Stephanie.
I broke my wrist too.
I like those funny bones.
Yeah, and mummy bones and funny bones and all that stuff. Good stuff. All right, when it comes to our troops serving on the front lines, we can't thank them enough.
But we can sure try. Here's this week's postcard from Hampton Roads. Some of the notes are to one special service member, and other notes are a thank you to all of them. But everyone has an opportunity to leave their thoughts on a brand new exhibit at Nauticus. I want to introduce you to Joy Eyerolls now. She's the Director of External Development, and people have really gotten into this idea.
Oh yes, they have. They stop here before they go in. They stop here before they go out. Everyone that comes to Nauticus has left a note on the board just about.
So when I heard that there was a new interactive exhibit coming to Nauticus where you could leave your messages for the troops, the last thing I thought I would see is a chalkboard.
I know, it is a very simple idea, and people have just gravitated to the chalkboard. It's very easy. They walk up, they leave their message, and there's no typing a computer or anything like that. We love the idea, so we're really happy with it.
And what happens to these messages once the board fills up?
Well, actually, we take a picture. Once the board is filled up, we take a picture of it. And right now, you are able to see that picture on our Facebook page, which is the Nauticus Facebook page, or the BB64, which is the Wisconsin's Facebook page. We post it on both. And we also are going to upload those photographs to our website as well. So at any point in time right now, you can see the messages. And then later on in the month of November, on Veterans Day, we're going to open up an exhibit inside Nauticus where those pictures are going to be displayed for everyone to see. And on Veterans Day, all military members and their families are allowed to come to Nauticus for free so they can see them.
So you said that I could see all the messages that have been left so far online. So if I can do that, doesn't that mean that some of the troops overseas who have access to the internet, they can see it too?
Absolutely. If they go to www.nauticus.org or they go to our Facebook pages, they can see those messages right now.
I know this hasn't been going for too long, but have you already started to get some feedback from the front lines and from faraway places?
Actually, yes. On our Facebook page, you'll see folks that have chimed in about, you know, thanks for doing this, or we really love seeing these messages, that sort of thing. So yeah, we've been getting some feedback already.
You know, even though it's a public display, some of these notes are pretty personal.
Yes. Well, as you can imagine, we're here in Norfolk, right in the heart of the Navy, and so a lot of these are families whose family members are on deployment. They want to leave messages for them. Folks that come to Norfolk to visit their families come down here. So it's already very personal, yes.
It's been pretty emotional.
Yeah, it has been. It's we've been watching here from our offices at Nauticus, looking down on the wall here, just seeing everybody come up, leave a message, seeing kids leave a message. It's really heartwarming for us.
So come down to Nauticus in Norfolk and leave your note for the troops and tell them the Hampton Roadshow sent you.
All right, all right.
I'd love to sign the wall. That's a great idea.
Very cool postcards. All right, guys. In the Buzz Center, talking about our hot topics this morning. A lot of it has to do with Halloween.
That's
'cause
right.
It's Halloween week on the Hampton Road
Yes,
Show.
it is.
Halloween is on Monday.
We are talking scary ghouls.
Yeah, I wanted to know, what are you scared of? What scares you? Jerry Howell on Facebook says, large bodies of water, and he's serious about this next one. He says, the lead singer of the B-52s.
No, he's not serious. There's nothing scary about that guy.
He says, seriously. It's in parentheses.
Love
I'm
Shack.
just the messenger.
Love Shack, baby.
Richard Clayton says, he's asked, what are you scared of? He says, I'm a small business owner. Nothing you can do will ever be scarier than that.
Of all the ghouls out there, Frankenstein, werewolves, Dracula, which one scares you the most? The Mummy? Which one
Probably
scares
like
you?
werewolves.
Werewolves because they're fast. You can't outrun a werewolf.
Anything with like fangs.
Anything
Even
that
when
might-
Michael Jackson turned into the
was pretty
on
spooky.
Thriller,
Yeah.
that was scary.
Yeah.
I'm a big scaredy cat.
All right, let's stick with the Halloween theme. We've a senator in Connecticut says he'd like to move Halloween to the last Saturday in October, and you know, some people think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
But some people we're talking to say maybe not.
Not so much.
Mike B says next thing you know, they're going to make Christmas fall on the last Tuesday of December to guarantee a 4-day weekend. That's not a bad idea. I can understand the reasoning, but I like tradition. It goes from 5 to 8, and kids can finish earlier if they want. Melissa says, doesn't matter to me. However, tons of churches and civic organizations have Halloween-type festivities, Harvest Fest, all through October, so there are plenty of opportunities for the little ones, etc.
Yeah, and another scary thing out there is student loan debt. Scary. I'm scared of it. Tracy
Yes.
Page is scared of it.
We're all scared of debt.
I just accepted that I'm going to be paying on it until, you know, I'm not here any longer. So we just wanted to know, do you have student debt? How much, if you want to share that? Robert Hodges Jr. says, I just find it kind of sad that students are gaining huge amounts of student debts when with just a few years of military service, they can A, get free college while in, B, have the GI Bill that will pay for more than enough for when they get out, which a lot of people, a lot of students or kids opt to go into the military, and I mean, that's amazing that you can come out of college and have that service and not have student loan debt.
Yep.
I only hope maybe one day, maybe it'll be paid off. I don't know.
Commitment to that huge
Can always
lump
hope.
of money. That is a scary thought.
It is. So keep sending us your comments on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at HR_show.
All right, well, from student loans to talking about when you're finished working, retirement could be pretty scary for you if you're not prepared. Coming up, the folks from Bayport Credit Union will get you started now on a retirement plan that's nothing to be afraid of. And don't forget our pop quiz today. You could win one of 2 great prizes, a copy of John Grisham's latest legal thriller, The Litigator. It's in bookstores now, or a 4-pack of passes to Busch Gardens Hollow Scream. Open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for just one more weekend. Log on to thehamptonroadshow.com. Click the pop quiz button at the top right-hand corner of your screen. Good luck. We're back on the Hampton Roadshow. Time to meet our audience today to talk about a very fun event coming up in Old Town. This was a postcard from Hampton Roads. Last year, we did all about the Old Town Ghost Walk. Jay Stecker is back to tell us about this event, which I could be a little bit on the scary side, but also a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's the 31st annual Ghost
Yeah.
Walk for the Old Town Civic League, and we don't need to pass any laws to change Halloween to another day. Ours is taking place on Saturday.
Perfect. See?
So
So
we-
considerate.
Thank you very much. We look out for our folks here in Hampton Roads.
Yeah.
We've got, like I said, it's the 31st annual one. We've got 16 stops along the way, 2
Yeah.
routes, and it's more of a historic ghost walk. There are some scary moments, but it is more of a historic family-friendly ghost walk.
Okay, and you've got people who are going to dress up.
They dress in
tell
period
tales.
costumes. They're standing in front of various homes in our Old Town section, and they tell stories that happened in those specific houses.
Yeah, so this isn't like put a bunch of scary stuff in Old Town. I mean, these are
This is
stories
real
passed
things.
down.
Right.
So if you've got an open mind,
Yeah.
you know.
Actually, one of the stories happened to Danny, and Danny tells that story at
Well,
his house.
actually, it's Les that tells the story. I'll tell it on the radio program tomorrow. We're doing a radio thing.
What
promoting the
happened?
Ghost Walk. Well, I had a ghostly babysitter when I was little. My mom was a single mom. I was the firstborn. She put me down in the crib. Took all my toys out because, you know, parents are first, mothers are. And when she would wake up and she'd come and check on me, all my toys were back in the crib. And it was like, this kept going on and on. She couldn't figure out who on bloody blazes could put it all in there. And she asked me when I was old enough and said, well, who's been giving you this? And I said, well, the mask brought it to me. Because the mask, I thought the lady was wearing a mask because she was pale. And so she's like, well, and then, of course, she saw her one day.
Your mom saw her?
Yeah, my grandfather saw her too. That's actually in the pilot. You can go and look.
Wow.
It rolled back in the 80s.
We believe you. We're just running out of time.
Okay.
So what was the story in the, did you ever figure out a story about somebody in the house?
Well, yeah, unfortunately I can't tell it because it's a bit of a scandal. But
you could pay $10
$10
on Saturday to hear it.
Exactly.
Oh, I
did that?
see. Yes,
Right.
I see how it is. But I mean, that's the thing is, I mean, we've talked before about whether people are believers. It all comes down to like the credibility of the person telling the story.
Absolutely.
They seem sane and normal. Who are we to say these things didn't occur? All right, don't forget, 16 different stops. You can go on 2 different loops. Can
That's
folks
correct.
do them both if they want to start early?
Absolutely, they can. It's
Okay.
going to be $10 per route.
Okay.
We're also accepting canned food donations for the food bank of Southeastern Virginia.
Awesome. All right. All the information was there on your screen. Again, it is happening Friday evening in Old Town, the 31st year that they've been doing this. And if it's been going on for 31 years, you know
it's
got
good.
to be good. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll
Thank
put
you.
all the information online.
All right, still ahead on the Hampton Roadshow, Halloween is all about having fun and loading up on candy, but it could quickly turn scary. On today's What's Your Problem, Cheryl Tan runs through some safety precautions with our friends from the Norfolk Police Department. And then we're going to head back into the kitchen with our executive producer, Stephanie Cook, to finish up our frightful feast. Looks like some crazy things are happening in just a minute. Stick around.
Wants to do it now? Okay, all right.
You're feeling.
Go for it.
You're going to just reach in.
All right, we have,
back
this is
in.
a guessing game. We have to reach in and see what we're thinking.
Write down what you actually
All right, Sige is feeling it and touching it, and now
We
she's
need
got to
the
tell us
cards.
what it is.
Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Let me do one more time. I have no idea.
The Hampton Roads guessing game, Sige.
Okay. I'm going to go with.
right?
Oh, do I have to tell you now? Okay.
You're going to write it down.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Feel.
You're going to feel all of them, and you're
You
going to write down what you think they
You want me
are.
to try?
Yeah, don't look.
Okay.
So you know what you're feeling. You're feeling teeth, you're feeling ears, hair and skin and brains and eyeballs.
Teeth and ears.
Oh, gross. This one
Hair,
feels definitely
skin.
very suspicious. Ew.
We are back in the Hampton Roadshow kitchen with our executive producer, Stephanie Cook, Halloween mom extraordinaire. She's showing us how to make a frightful feast.
I don't know.
We already had like 8 things that we talked about in the 1st
I'm so
segment.
sorry.
The devil.
I'm trying to give you a lot of ideas.
Well, it's great, and then you can find all these ideas on the HamptonRoadshow.com.
Yeah.
But what are we doing for this segment?
Okay, so this is what I'm working on over here. There's 2 things you can do with breadsticks. This
Okay.
is just a regular old can of breadsticks. Roll them out. The first thing I'm showing you, and you can do one yourself,
Okay.
which I've done 2 right here on the pan.
All right.
All you do is take one and roll up a little bit on the ends, and then squish the middle together
Okay.
and roll up on the other end.
They're like bones.
And when you bake them, they come out looking like bones. You just serve them with pizza sauce,
Mine looks
dipping
like
sauce.
the letter I.
And that is great to serve with the goulash that we talked about in the first segment. So
Okay.
here's another one.
All right.
Now the other thing you can do with
Hot dogs.
breadsticks for the kids, and the kids love this, I've just taken the breadsticks, laid them out, and
Okay.
I do the cutting, the kids do the wrapping.
All right.
And you can usually get about 4 pieces out of a single breadstick. And this is really just pigs in a blanket, but scary for Halloween.
Okay.
And you just take the strands and wrap them around and make what? Mummy dogs.
Ah.
You just wrap them, and they love it. And the kids will just sit there and wrap and wrap and wrap and wrap and wrap and wrap. Just cross over so it
Just
looks a mess.
Doesn't have to be any
Nope.
kind
Make
of
sure
way.
you do the top, but leave a spot open for the eyes to show through because you want it to be kind of spooky.
Oh, you're making it like, okay.
I'm just wrap. Yep. All you do is just keep wrapping.
This is where the eyes are going to go right
Yep,
there.
the,
Okay.
the eyes are going to go right there. And come back in all different directions, and so when it puffs up,
It's like a mummy.
yep, and when it comes out, you're going to put 2 little mustard dots right there in the eyes.
Me. Ah, the mummy. The eyes are going to go right here.
Yep.
Boom.
And then you just bake them like you would normally bake them. And
Okay.
those are just pigs in a blanket, but they're mummy dogs. So
I
you
love
got
it.
bones and blood and mummy dogs. Yeah, I left this
Look
so
at
you
the
can see
eyeballs.
This
the
is what it
veins.
looks like when you take the egg out of the red dye.
That is a great idea.
I'll cut them up. They're fun. Even you can even put just those in a glass bowl on the table because that's kind of spooky. But I'll cut them up and you'll see them at the end of the show.
All right.
The last thing, okay, so I want to talk about this. This is a great presentation item, and this is just a veggie brain tray. You can do a number of different things. So all I do is take a head of cabbage, core out the top, so you can put a little dish in there to put your dip in, and put your veggies on there. You can put baby tomatoes, you can put carrot sticks like I did here. We can put the deviled eggs throughout that tray once they're done. A fun thing to do with the brains, if you want to make it a little bit scarier, is to actually just poke like a carrot in for a nose and put some pierce with toothpicks cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes for eyes, and then just ramen noodles. Cook the ramen noodles, don't put in the chicken flavor or whatever, and drain them, cool them, and then put them in before you put the dip in so that it's hair coming out of the brain.
Hair coming
which
out
is
of the
also
brain.
very fun.
Okay.
Okay. The last thing I want to show you right here is you're going to do this.
Okay.
This is going to be swamp juice. Hold on. So what we're going to do is take regular punch, whatever punch you want to do, and if you want to just buy that green punch, you can do that green punch too. My kids like lemonade the best, so we just put green food dye in lemonade. Stir, 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 stir. And I use the gel, and it leaves like strings in it and kind of fun stuff.
Okay.
Now, for those kids who really love Shrek, they're going to love this because this is your swamp juice. This is what we serve for the drink at the party. So throw that in there. No. Oh, throw it into the, now you're done stirring, put it in the glasses.
Okay, gotcha.
And then you're just going to, once you pour it in, float some stuff in it. The kids love to do it. You can let them do their own if they want. And you can throw in a gummy fish, Swedish fish, put in some worms, have one hanging over the side of the cup when you serve it. Swamp juice. Tell me. I mean, my kids love it. My kids absolutely love it. Every party I've ever done.
Cheers to you.
I said the kids love it.
Oh, the kids don't like it? It's not good?
No, it's good. It's great lemonade. I mean, it's just lemonade. It's whatever you would normally make to begin with.
Get you right here, right there. Get you
Lemonade.
alien juice. All right, this is awesome. Very good. We have like 8 different
A billion
trays.
things happen.
We'll have them all laid out at the end
I'll
of the
put
show.
them all on the thing, and we'll finish them up.
Audience can try the swamp juice. All right. Good deal, Stephanie. Thank you.
I still need to see what our house looks like.
To see it.
Down the hatch. Good stuff. Okay, candy is on the brain at this time of year. Halloween is just a few days away after all.
Yum, yum, yum. But before trick-or-treaters can get their prize, some homeowners will say the kids have to earn it through colorful and creative costumes. There's quite a bit of excitement surrounding the big night, so the days leading up to it are a good time to think about safety. We're addressing the issue in today's What's Your Problem? Halloween is right around the corner. Likely your child's costume has already been picked out. These little ones are probably ready to go trick-or-treating, but not so fast. We're here at the White Rabbit in Ghent in Norfolk, talking with Officer Daniel Hudson about how to make the evening fun and safe for everyone involved.
Halloween can be a very fun and safe holiday for our kids, but can also become very dangerous for them as well. And all the activities occur during the nighttime hours and on or near roadways.
We've got some great models here, Seth, Eli, and Zoe.
These costumes are a great example of what we like to see our children out on the street wearing. Their pants are actually fitting them. They're not dragging on the ground, therefore prohibiting them from walking and tripping them while they're going up to the doorways. Both of them have shoes that are comfortable. They're not wearing sandals. The tennis shoes allow them to get where they're going. And also, if we focus on Eli's shoes, if Eli would stomp his shoes so he can do the lights on them, they actually have reflective lights. That way when he's walking in the dark, the parents can actually see him. He's actually my son, so when he's walking during the trick-or-treating, I can actually see where he's going. Both of them have a tie on. Seth has a tie on. Eli has a cape on. But both of them are tied, not so tight to where it restricts the breathing. It's loose enough. And the cape and the jacket, if y'all want to turn around, are not so long to where it prohibits them from walking in and get stuck on their shoes. Eli has a reflective wand. That way when he's walking, he can swing it around and be visible to vehicles that are traveling along the roadway.
Will you carry that out around when you go trick-or-treating?
Maybe if it doesn't run out of power.
And lastly, both of them have hats on. They don't have masks on. We don't like to see masks on children because that prohibits their breathing and also doesn't allow them to see where they're walking.
So how did you come up with the outfit that you have right now?
Well, I tried on a Superman suit and I didn't like it, so then I thought of Clark Kent.
Little
Zoe.
Zoe down here, she looks amazing in her cheerleader outfit. She can actually, it's movable, it's breathable, she can walk and have fun. There's nothing prohibit her from seeing, and she's also got little props so she can be seen in, and most of it is reflective. You see on her front of her cheerleading outfit.
People may still be doing a little bit of costume shopping.
We all know that the big ones now are the ones with the mask. Of course, you have Darth Vader and you have a skeleton. It's fine if they wear them, but we need to get the mask on top of the head. The next one we have is a great G.I. Joe costume, but where parents and the kids get in trouble is where they accessorize the costumes too much with toy guns. Nowadays, they make toy guns to actually look like a real gun. So we suggest that you make your own toy accessories. Add a cardboard, reflective tape all over it. These two costumes are a good example of maybe it could be too long.
And it's not all bad.
The more reflective material on our costumes, the better off everybody is.
And of course we need to focus on our littlest trick-or-treaters, make sure that they're safe on this big night.
And this is Violet here. She's participating in the festivities well in her ladybug costume. The costume she has on is a little bit loose fitting, so she's able to move around. As you can see, she's crawling around all over the White Rabbit here.
Happy Halloween!
Enjoy it with them. Don't let your children just go out by themselves. Get out with them. Enjoy that family time with them. Allow them to be able to have fun with you.
That's great advice.
It is. He brought up some great tips, and my kids are so excited. They cannot wait for Monday night, Halloween night.
Yeah.
Now, city by city, there are slightly different Halloween evening rules. For the most part, though, trick-or-treaters ages 12 and under are allowed out between 6 and 8 p.m. And make sure your kids know to go to houses that have the lights turned on.
Right.
If you decide you don't want to take part as an adult, turn off the lights, and you can even be safer by turning on a couple of lights so that kids in your neighborhood know that you can go there. And here's another thing. Make sure you feed the kids dinner.
It's a good idea.
Before you go out trick-or-treating. Otherwise, it'll be Reese's Pieces and Snickers for their meal that evening.
Good.
So I put all details. There's a great Halloween guide at wavy.com, and we're going to link that to this story.
Pretty much use common sense.
Definitely.
Use your common sense.
Definitely. Make it a fun and safe night.
All right, still ahead on the Hampton Road Show. Planning for retirement doesn't have to be scary. Our friends from Bayport Credit Union have the details on how you can plan now for a relaxed retirement.
Okay, I know what the brains and eyeballs are. I'm pretty sure.
I got the teeth and ears.
I'm on the hair and skin. I think I know what that is. All right, let me get some teeth and ears. What is this? So that was kind of creepy. We had to guess what it was.
Yes. Gross.
It was gross. Had to wash our hands there. So I have my notes. So I wonder if we get a prize, maybe. After. Okay. In the Buzz Center, talking about our hot topics this morning, a rundown. Want to know, talking about moving Halloween on a Saturday, last Saturday of October.
I'm all for it.
In Connecticut, a lawmaker, state representative, has decided to see if that will work. So we asked, do you think that would be a good idea? You're all for it.
I am.
Because you have to do that early morning schedule. Like it works for some. Like Sergey says she's off on weekends, so she would rather.
But even if you were a person who didn't have to get up like extremely early, like anybody else to get up for work or school the next day, that's kind of rough.
Yeah.
And teachers probably, they don't want the kids the day after Halloween.
Yeah, all that candy. Jana on Facebook says, I think it's an excellent idea. I always feel bad for the kids when they have to go to bed early after trick-or-treating. It's not illegal or a religious holiday, so why not? Richard Clayton says, bad idea. Saturday is my busiest day and is for most small businesses. Changing Halloween to a Saturday night would hurt me. Marcia Keeling Whitehair says, you would think that they have bigger fish to fry than what day Halloween falls on. No wonder why our country is in a mess. They don't have their
some
priorities
days,
straight.
the thing is, like for that person who's super busy on a Saturday, at every so often, it's going to fall on a Saturday.
Yeah.
So at least maybe if you knew for a whole year that it was coming on that Saturday, maybe you could do something about it.
Possibly. Well, I wish I could do something about student loan debt.
Oh, yeah.
Yours are all...
They're gone. They're all gone.
That must be amazing.
Well,
that's a good feeling.
You keep them when you don't graduate. You know, you keep them low.
Yeah.
That's the trick.
And then
when you don't graduate.
That's fine.
Well, you know, I mean, a lot of people kind of know my story. I went into the Navy halfway through, but that also helped with the student loan situation.
Valerie says, I have student loan debt. It would have been great to have the GI Bill, but not all of us are eligible for military service.
Yep.
Shay Stammer says, I almost regret going to school. She says, I went through MCI and they charged so much money to go through the LPN program at the time. I thought I was doing a good thing. I wish I would have looked around and realized that I could have gone to nursing school for much less money. And then Becky Dowd says, I have student loans, but I wouldn't give up my college experience, degree, etc. I signed on the dotted line to accept the loan, and no, I don't think it should be forgiven. I knew what I was getting into.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand that whole loan forgiveness thing. I mean, granted, it could be 20 years away, but
yeah,
I would like to know more about what would make you eligible for that.
And also our other comments, we read a lot of them. What are you scared of? What's scary to you?
I don't like roller coasters and possums.
All right.
And
Thanks
stuff.
for sending us your comments on Facebook, and we're also on Twitter at HR.
She doesn't like aliens.
Show, I don't.
And they're not real.
All right, no aliens or possums here. Retirement does not have to be scary if you are prepared. So what do you need to do to start saving for your golden years? Stephanie Bard from Bayport Credit Union Financial Services is here to get you on the right track to a relaxed retirement. Stephanie, you said start, and that means start early.
Yeah,
Isn't that the
that's
key?
right. It is. You know, during our working years, it's wise to start saving money for retirement through the use of a 401k your employer would, of course, offer. Or you can go on your own and do IRAs, just the traditional, and there's the Roth IRA. When you do retire, you hope to use these funds to generate future income, hopefully for the rest of your life for you and your spouse. And one of the best ways to get started is to meet with a retirement income specialist. They can kind of plan out where your income can be and hopefully make your retirement a lot more comfortable. When looking for a retirement income specialist, you're certainly going to want to make sure you look at their background and experience. The number of acronyms behind their name might not be as important as the number of plans that they have generated. So that's a great start right there.
Okay, so finding the right person to guide you in this path, because nowadays the market is so volatile, and your IRA and your 401k is going up and down. That's a pretty scary proposition.
You know, it really is. And so what you want to do is sit down with that planner, let that planner look at your big picture. They're going to look at your Social Security, what it will be when you retire. If you're going to be lucky enough to have a pension, also kind of take a snapshot of your 401k and your IRAs, and see what kind of income can be generated in the future. So they're going to look at that and compare it against your expenses. Now, this is all projected information, because usually people start looking really seriously at retirement 10 years prior to that date. So take a look, kind of get an idea of what you're looking at when you retire. I'll tell you something really interesting that a client of ours did. It's a really neat example, is that 5 years before he retired, he decided to see what it would be like to live on his retirement income amount. So he did that. He put everything else in savings, what he earned and saved, and then really just used the only thing he would have to live on for retirement. And he thought that was a wonderful experience, because it really taught him, showed him he was going to be okay. He came to us, we designed other plans to make sure he does get increasing income throughout the years. Pensions and Social Securities are pretty much set. You're never going to see a lot of a raise. We think we are, but it goes to Medicare usually, as far as Social Security. But the idea is to have increasing income for the rest of your life, and specialists who work with income planning can do that for you, can make sure that for the rest of your life you have increasing income to keep up with inflation.
That almost sounds easier said than done.
Yeah, well, you know, actually it's easy to do too, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, but you have to get with a specialist. And we do that at Bayport Financial. That's what we do. We do retirement income planning for our community, for our members, anyone who really needs us.
If you're starting 10 years prior to retirement date, is that too late in the game? I mean, you really need to spend almost your whole life preparing, right?
Well, you should, depending upon how sizable you want your nest egg to be, but it's never too late, never really to put money aside. But we like to tell people, if you've got 10 years or less, come see us and let's start advising a plan now, because we can start at age 50 or 55, just building that income for the rest of your life. And at age 62, 65, when you're ready to take it, you've got this income that's already guaranteed for the rest of your life, regardless of what your principal does. Some really neat stuff out there.
Saving is a wise thing to do, and that's something that you guys are going to point people in the right direction. For more information on how to start saving for your retirement, stop by any of the 14 Bayport Credit Union locations across Hampton Roads, or log on to bayportcu.org. Stephanie Bard, great information, and now is the time to start saving for the golden years.
Thanks, Chris.
Hi. So Gay's back?
Yeah.
I am still
thinking hard about our guesses.
I was thinking about my guesses, and I think I might have. Okay, we'll have to figure that one out. But first, we'll do the
pop quiz.
Let's do it. All right, let's roll that footage. 2 stars in MLB, Major League Baseball. They share the same name. Both are from Hampton Roads. Any guesses, ladies?
Upton.
Yes. That's right. You got
Upton
it.
brothers.
Justin and BJ Upton. And I'm sure Probably all the baseball fans knew that.
Yeah.
Except for me, I didn't know
Where
that.
are they now? Is one with the
BJ's
Rays?
is Tampa and Justin's in Arizona, and they both had two of the better years of their career. Both of them had phenomenal years. Justin especially, which next year he could be considered an MVP candidate.
Awesome.
Nice. Yeah,
That's
Very
right.
good.
And they're both very young, and they still have plenty of good years ahead.
Good. Good deal.
All right, so I guess we have time. You didn't write yours down. Why not? That's part of the game. I don't know. Is he disqualified?
Leave me out of it. Leave me out of it.
You didn't feel it? Okay.
All right, leave me out of it.
Maybe they're all in his
Share.
head. He
Maybe
didn't
they're all
need to
in your
write them
head.
down.
So we did this little Halloween guessing game.
Yeah,
We
and
had
Tony, you can show us that.
It's teeth and ears, hair and skin, brains and eyeballs. So
Like under that tablecloth were little dishes, so we had to put our hand under the cloth and like feel the things and guess what Cookie used to make.
Talk about being
Okay,
scared of stuff. I was totally scared
So
of that.
what do you think
Ugh.
was the teeth?
That
I
was
put-
some sort of gummy.
I put gummies.
I put-
yeah.
It was a gummy something or other.
candy corn.
Candy corn.
No.
But candy
It
corn.
was a gu-
Candy corn.
It felt like a gummy.
All right,
Did you
what'd
put candy corn?
What'd you think ears? Maybe you put your
Oh, I
hand in the
never
wrong
touched
dish.
that.
Maybe
I
so.
didn't get it. I
Okay.
never touched the candy corn.
Wait, there's something for ears too?
Yeah.
I didn't feel that one.
I think the
Ears
ears
was
were
the
gummies.
gummies.
Yeah.
Nope. Apricots. Dried
Oh,
apricots.
come on.
Hey, did you see?
No.
You can tell who's cooking at home.
All right,
except for
hair
the
and
kids.
skin. What'd you guys? I didn't feel the hair,
put
so I'm
yarn.
out. I don't know what.
Some kind of yarn.
Like that cottony yarny.
Yeah.
I felt the hair.
What did you
like
think
stuffing.
it
I
was?
thought it was hair.
Whose hair?
I mean, really. What is it? Pasta?
She pulled out. What is that?
I don't know what it is.
Looks like a
It's yarn.
beard.
What
yarn.
yarn?
Woo! At least I got
So the
something
skin,
right.
I put cheese. It was some kind of
I thought it was ham.
cheese.
I thought it was
The
ham.
skin was cheese.
Tortillas.
Oh.
Okay.
Man, that's a good one, though.
Like oil on them or something?
A little bit of oil on the tortilla.
Okay, brains. I thought.
Olives. That's what I thought for the brain.
I didn't get brains.
No, I thought the brains was cottage cheese.
Wait, maybe I got that.
Oh, that I didn't know. Yeah,
You two
I
are putting your
guessed
hands in the wrong
eyeballs.
dish.
I guessed eyeballs.
No, the
the
eyeballs,
eyeballs.
is peeled grapes.
I put scallops.
I put olives for the eyeballs.
Tofu is the. Okay.
But the eyeballs were peeled
And
grapes.
then finally, grapes. I'm
All
gonna
right,
scallops.
those were
wrap
olives.
this up.
That was
Good
very
guessing
fun.
game. Good
All
stuff.
right, we'll be right back.
Swamp juice in the
Go
kitchen.
ahead and have your swamp
Swamp
juice,
it up.
Chris.
This is fun. The neighborhood kids must love you, Cookie.
It's fun. It's a fun thing. I'm gonna take out this. It's
wine
almost done. You could let them go a little longer,
Ooh, thank you.
but you can.
Oh, look at the mummy dogs. That is
see
adorable.
the mummy dogs.
I love the
Stealing
mummy
that.
dogs.
Cute.
And Bones and Blood.
Yes.
Very nice.
Little stuff. And here's the finished eggs. You can also throw a little black olive on the top if you want. I turned them. If you leave them longer in the dye, you can kind of see it happening on some of them. That dye will seep all the way through the white of the egg.
Cool.
You thought of everything. Looks very nice.
Oh, and here's fangs. Apple fangs. So that's a fun little treat. Cut the apple.
Thank you so much to all of our guests here, and make sure you keep it true to Halloween week.
All right, we'll see you
Cheers,
tomorrow.
everybody.
Everything will be online about the Ghost Walk.